features are something you think you'll only get in a kind of grand designs thing. They don't sound like a normal person would be able to kind of get, or that you'd have to live in social housing for a council to pay to put solar panels in.
I'm not quite sure how we found out about this development.
It was purely from the website. I was just browsing, looking for houses to buy, or to look at rather, and came across this wonderful picture of this Green Street development. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. It seemed absolutely perfect for what we were looking for.
The eco features were, you know, this real bonus. People talking about there being a saving on your gas and electricity. I think especially if you're starting a young family, that really appealed.
Yeah, it certainly made the choice easier as well.
I've not thought about it one iota about actually living in the eco house. Yeah. It was because we came here that has made me think differently.
We hadn't thought about this type of house.
We just wanted to get back.
We just wanted to
get back to Rotherham at the time. But looking at all the different houses that we did look round, when we came up here, we was really impressed.
Yeah.
I thought they looked fantastic because they looked very modern, and also they were quite unique looking too. And the eco side of it was brilliant in terms of being easily maintained and low cost as well.
The houses on Henley Way certainly look a lot different to the rest of the houses on the estate. I think they look absolutely fabulous. I think I like natural materials anyway, and they've used stone and wood, and then also you find out that the wood has come from eco woods, and that the wood is going to last and it'll improve in looks. And I just think they look absolutely fantastic. And I think at first they generated a lot of interest. People were just coming up the road to have a look at the houses. They look like something that you'd expect in Sweden or somewhere else, certainly not in Rotherham.
Definitely. This house definitely makes it easier to live a sustainable lifestyle because it's got lots of features to help you use less energy.
Moving into an eco home is definitely, it's improved our lives, and it's definitely made us think more.
The wife goes in the shower, switches it on, it's 9.5 kilowatt. Now the meter, if you take my bottom reading and my top reading, you can see that the power generated is going into the shower. Yeah. I can actually see the energy coming back.
We've been green, so to speak, despite some of the features of the house as well, with the fridge, the freezer and the dishwasher, which we just don't use.
I haven't had any heating on here since April. It's not a very warm day today, and the house is lovely and warm. My heating bills and gas and electricity together cost me somewhere between £600 to £700 a year.
It's always hot. Always hot. You can imagine it now, so imagine it when it's summer. Yeah, we're in an eco-friendly house, and then I'm plugging in electric fans everywhere to cool it down.
What's not so attractive is how long everything will last. That's the big question.
You can't really see features like, you know, you can't see triple glazing, and you can't see a timber frame, and you can't really see a heat ventilation recovery unit. So it's not, I don't think you're ever going to walk into a house like this and go, oh yeah, I'm going to buy this because of these features, because they're just not that visible and tangible.
This is the whole system. This is where it's basically like a fridge freezer, they say, where the fan comes on and will release the air that's been set inside the house, and also bring in new fresh air from behind. The heating system, which is very big, looks very scary, but I hardly go in there. So basically they tell me I don't need to touch anything. It works by itself, just never turn it off.
This is the TARDIS. This is what we get. This is where we get all our water from.
My favourite feature of the house, just over here, is our unit, which tells us how much our electricity panels, which we can't see, are generating. So in there at the end of a hot day with a glass of wine, checking.
I don't try and control it anymore. I don't. The bills come, I pay them the best I can. I try and not have the heating on at all if I don't need it.
No one told me about this house really, I've done it all myself, and no one explained about the eco power or the heating or the system, the boiler. Just sussed it all out myself.
It took a good 6 to 12 months to find out everything.
I guess if you were being really strict, you wouldn't have a dishwasher. But they needed to sell the houses, I suppose. If they made them too extreme and didn't have even a fridge freezer or a dishwasher, then a lot of people wouldn't buy them.
This is what I mean when I say we think of this house as being extremely energy efficient but not really green, in the sense that I don't associate gas with green living.
If I could speak to the architect who designed it, I'd say, why do you not use the rainwater in a practical way?
But this development really makes you feel conscious that you are trying to do something, and I think it should be available to many more people, I think.
I'm just waiting for it to fall down around me, I think, to be fair.
You could have more storage spaces, but
I think they've been designed by a man.
But I mean, from our point of view, it's magic, isn't it?
Magic.
Yeah.
But
We love it.
through all that trauma.
We
now.
love it, yeah.
People have to be re-educated. I think the best people to re-educate us are obviously the builders, the people who the house belongs to, give us a pack telling us how important, what the house does and how important it is to conserve energy. I think the power suppliers like Empower inform us on how we can help to save gas and electricity. The suppliers of white goods, instead of us having to go down and ask, say I live in an eco house, I mean they could put labels on the white goods telling you which are eco-friendly. I just think that there's a lot of people with a lot of information out there, and I think they really should be telling us.